Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 6th. Exactly 6 weeks today since I broke my foot. It's been a journey, to say the least, this last few days, since Thursday or Friday. Shredding all of my dad's old paperwork. Holy smokes, what a trip. Yeah, did finish the whole big box or tote yesterday from 81 to 85, a little bit of 86. I can't believe how much of a memory lane trip it's been. Brought back so much. I just, I can't quit thinking about my parents and what a bubblehead I was. Man, all that was important to me was partying and smoking cigarettes. Oh, it's hard not to be kick my ass a little bit with guilt and regret, but it's been part of my journey, and you know what? You can't undo anything, and I had a lot of fun. So upward and onward. I take, I don't know, that poor little shredder can only handle like maybe 20 minutes, 15 at the most, that it overheats and is full, and then you have to take a break. So when I take a break, I've been reading this book called Worthy by Jamie Kern Lima. And I've never realized maybe back in my 20s how I really didn't feel worthy. I sure struggled a lot with fitting in and feeling like I was always trying to, be part of the party gang and my friends, or my friends in Red Deer and my friends back in Edmonton and back in Kinnersley where I grew up. And it's just always used to be a struggle. And I'm just so grateful that I finally figured it all out. And, you're different things to different people and different seasons. I mean, some of my friends like Sharon, she's my cousin. I don't ever remember meeting her. She was there when we played in the sandbox together I'm so blessed to have so many friends that if I hadn't moved so many times and had so many reboots, there's so many people I wouldn't know and wouldn't have had the chance. So I'm feeling very worthy and very, very grateful. And I'm glad you're along for the ride, whether you're a new friend or one of those old ones. Thank you for being here. I want to share a little bit out of that Jamie's book that I read in one of the later chapters. It was called The Shortcuts to Feeling Worthy. There's 5 of them. She said, number 1 is see the positive in things, and eventually you yourself will be more positive. And it's like self-talk. And I sure have caught myself, relearning how to talk to myself. Even I've noticed in the last, not even a year, I've learned to say when I make a mistake, just like, oh, that's okay, Rivers, or, you got this, hun. And calling myself hun, I think that's something my parents did, I guess, when I was a kid. I don't know where it came from, but it gives me a warm fuzzy. So that's good. I've conquered that one, but it's always still a work in process. And number 2 was to journal and then review in 6 months or a year to see how far you've come. Well, that reminds me that I started journaling when my dad got a calendar in 1972 that had a week per page, and I used it for a journal for starting in 1973. So I've been keeping one ever since, and I can't tell you how many arguments it has solved over the years. In fact, my friend Dorothy sent me a picture of her and I in Cuba, and we were like, what year was that? And I really couldn't remember, but it's clear as mud because I looked back in my journal, and even before that, I had figured it out. But it was 1985. Literally got home March 25th, or back to Edmonton, and then I went home and back to work on the 26th, which was the 26th of March. Literally 40 years later, I broke my ankle. It's just bizarre how things are full circle and then way beyond where you even imagined. Just like so cool. Anyways, number 3 back on her list is live with mindful intention. And yeah, I think that has really become so imperative in my life, is to set a goal and work towards something and, be really aware of what you're doing that's making it better or towards your goal. Or sometimes, you just need to play on your phone silly games and waste a few minutes, but try not to waste a whole decade like I feel I did in my 20s. In hindsight, it wasn't total waste. I was learning and growing and becoming who I am, but yeah, like I said, it's really hard not to kick myself for wasting so much time. But anyways, on to that. So I do try to live very mindfully and set intentions. And, if you can't meet them, like my little intention to be gone last weekend in my van, it's okay. It's not a failure. It's just a delay that you need to take into account, and it's happened for a reason. God knows I wouldn't have been able to get all this shredding done if I hadn't been stuck sitting on the couch for the past month. So hey, it all has to be done, and this is as good a time as any. So onward and upward. Number 4 is you are worthy of being seen, heard, and understood. Do it to others first if you can't believe it yourself. So yeah, I think I spent most of my adult life, even and my childhood, actually all of my life, just trying to be seen and heard or understood. And I finally came to the realization a few years ago that if you don't understand me, that's okay. I'm still worthy to have my own thoughts and go my own way and do my own thing. And so are you. And that's part of life, is just be as authentic as you can. And if something is weird or uncomfortable, well, look at it and figure out why, because it's either trying to redirect you or make you aware that that's not the direction to go. So that's all you can do is just trust that you are actually worthy, and your opinions matter, and what you're doing is important. So, and it's your journey and nobody else's. And number 5 is to do windows and mirrors to the soul. Really look, I don't really know what that one means, but it did talk, windows and mirrors, about mirror work and looking at your soul, and how when you look at people, you think of when you were in love, or when you met somebody that you were really attracted to, and you actually lock eyes and you feel all of that. Woo. Yeah, it's about that, and getting that feeling and giving it to yourself. Look in the mirror and look at your eyes, and just be thankful for your body getting you through as far as it has, and all of the things you've overcome, and triumphs and failures and wonderful things you've accomplished. Like it's just appreciate and look at yourself and really say, thank you. I love you. Have a great